we talk about heaven and hell, we want to use relational categories. Relational categories, because that's the way Jesus referred to heaven and hell, right? Heaven is a place where we have God's presence. Hell is a place where we don't have the goodness of God's presence, because then all that is left there is God's wrath. I remember when Peter, right? It was Peter was talking to Jesus about, hey, Jesus was saying things like, hey, where I'm going, I'm going to prepare a place for you. And when I come back, I will receive you to myself, right? And Peter wanted to go and say, hey, right now you can't go. I'll come back and I'll receive you to myself. But Jesus is using a very specific language. He's using the language that is very relational. He's saying, when I come back, I will receive you to myself, right? If heaven was just a place, then Jesus would say, I'm going to come back and take you there. But heaven is not just a place, it's a person. And that's why Jesus says to Peter, I'm going to go, and when I come back, I'm going to receive you to myself. And if I'm not going to be your heaven, if I'm not going to be your paradise, then you will have no place with me. And that's the thing about hell, is that the most compassionate thing that God can do to an atheist who doesn't want God is to not force them to be continually in his presence for all eternity. If you don't want God now, you won't get God for eternity. But make no mistake, there's nothing left outside of God other than his wrath. And that's where hell is. It's darkness. And it's more than just physically dark. Have you ever been in a dark place emotionally? It's dark like that. Have you ever been in a dark place relationally? It's dark like that. It's eternally and spiritually dark. This is the day that hell came to earth. And Jesus cries out, my God, why have you forsaken me?